My family tried to cut me out of our annual festival planning. I secretly became the main sponsor and canceled their events. For 15 years, I've helped organize our town's fall festival. My mom coordinates, my sister handles vendors, my uncle does entertainment. It's our family tradition that started with my grandfather back in 1987. This year, everything changed. I walked into Mom's kitchen for our usual August planning meeting, and they all went quiet. Coffee cups stopped moving. My sister wouldn't look up from her phone. We've decided to handle things differently this year, Mom said, fidgeting with her reading glasses. My stomach dropped. What do you mean differently? My sister finally spoke up. We think you need time to focus on yourself. You know, after the divorce. Uncle Pete nodded. You've been pretty negative lately, kiddo. We need positive energy for the festival. I stared at them. Negative? My ex-wife cheated with her personal trainer, but apparently grieving that made me toxic. They'd been meeting without me for 3 weeks, planning everything behind my back. This festival has been my life, I said quietly. Grandpa taught me to run the games when I was 12, and we appreciate that, Mom said in that condescending tone. But maybe this year, you should just attend as a guest. I left without another word. 27 years old, and my own family was cutting me out of our biggest tradition because my marriage failed. But here's what they didn't know. While they thought I was broke and depressed, I'd actually just sold my software startup for $2.8 million. The divorce paperwork wasn't even final when the acquisition went through. I'd been keeping it quiet, still driving my old Honda, still living in my rental apartment. The next morning, I called Janet from the festival committee. Hi, Janet, this is Marcus. I'd like to discuss sponsorship opportunities. Oh, honey, your family handles all that. We work through your mom. Actually, I'd like to be the main sponsor this year. Full funding. Silence. Then, how much are we talking? 200,000? I heard her coffee mug hit the floor. My family's usual budget was maybe 30 grand, mostly from small local sponsors. My offer was bigger than their last 5 years combined. We'd need to restructure everything, Janet said, already excited. Better location, bigger acts, premium vendors, whatever you think is best. One condition, I want to move it to Riverside Park. The old location was the town square. Riverside Park was across town near the highway. Much bigger, better parking, but it would completely screw over my family's plans. 2 weeks later, the committee sent out the announcement. Due to generous new sponsorship, this year's fall festival will feature expanded attractions at our new Riverside Park location. My phone started buzzing immediately. Mom called first. Marcus, what's happening? They're saying the festival moved? Sounds like good news, I said casually. Bigger venue, better acts. But we already booked everything for the square. The vendors, the setup crew, everything. That sounds like a planning issue. My sister texted, did you know about this move? We look like idiots. I didn't respond. Festival day arrives. I drive past the town square first. There's my family, setting up their sad little booth area. Maybe 12 vendors showed up. No entertainment. A few confused families wandering around asking where everything was. My mom was on her phone, frantically trying to salvage something. My sister looked like she was crying. Then I headed to Riverside Park. Food trucks lined the entrance. A local band was sound checking on the main stage. Families everywhere. Kids running between bounce houses I'd rented. The whole thing looked like a proper festival. My phone rang. Mom again. Marcus, this is a disaster. Half our vendors didn't show. The entertainment canceled. Nobody knows where anything is. That's terrible, I said, watching a group of kids get their faces painted. Have you tried checking Riverside Park? What's at Riverside Park? The actual festival. Long silence. You did this. I sponsored a community event. Isn't that what family does? They tried calling for weeks. I never answered. This year's festival had record attendance and raised more money for local charities than ever before. Sometimes the best revenge is just being successful without them.